Okay, there we go. Come on in the room, y'all. Let me share this before we get started. Okay, hello, everyone. There we are. I'm going to share this. Come on in the room. Come on in the room. Let's see here. Welcome, everybody. Hello, Grace. How you doing? Let's see here. Now, y'all, as I'm sharing, I need you all to share as well. Let's see here.
Let's see.
Okay. Hello, Angela. Come on in the room.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, I don't know why. Hello, Angela. Come on in the room. Gotta turn yours down a little bit. Hello, Laverne. How you doing? Y'all please share. And I'm going to share this on another page as well. Good evening, everyone. We got time to invite some more people and
hey, Grace.
Get some more people in the room.
Yes.
Give me a second here. Okay, there we go. Continue. I'm going to share it on one more page. Share it on my personal page.
Okay.
Thank you all for joining us. Let's see here. Give me a second. You know, you have to do all the little technical stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Then we'll be good to go. Almost ready. There we go. Post. Boom. Okay. There we are. Welcome. I got to give a shout out before I get started. Have to give a shout out to my girl, Octavia, for these beautiful earrings. Y'all see these beautiful earrings?
Absolutely.
Don't you have some of these, Keita? Do you have these?
Yes. Yes, I have some.
Okay, awesome. I'm gonna have Octavia share her information in the comment section. I don't have all that ready and available. But
yes, they look amazing.
Thank you. I tried to match with my little blue.
Well, you did an amazing job.
Y'all see that? Okay. So y'all welcome to Bald Life Magazine, Living a Bald Life. My name is Jamie Elmore. I am the editor-in-chief of Bald Life Magazine. I am your alopecia confidence coach. And for my babies, I am their alopecia auntie. Yes, I have a lot of titles, but with those titles comes responsibility. And I don't take my responsibilities lightly at all. It's an honor to be here. And I'm just excited about this platform. We do this interview once a week and sometimes twice a week. We have been growing. We will be, let me see, the next 2 months will be leading up to our 1-year anniversary with doing the actual interviews. And so I'm just excited and I don't take it lightly at all. But let me tell you guys a little bit about Bald Life Magazine. What is Bald Life Magazine? First of all, we are the first magazine that I know of that features men, women, and children that are bald due to alopecia and cancer or medically induced. We're the first magazine on the market. If you guys know of another one, please let me know. But I believe we have made history. And that's just amazing to me that we can actually pick up a magazine and look at people that look like us. Men, women, and children from all over the world. That's amazing to me. Bald Life Magazine is a platform for individuals to share their story, to stand in their truth, and to unapologetically rock their crown. A safe space for them to just create a community, you know, for people that look like us. We all have our own individual stories, and I think it's so important for us to share our stories, because what it does, it's not only healing for us, the storyteller, the person sharing the our story, but it is healing for those that are hearing our stories, because so many people think that they are alone on this hair loss journey, but they are not alone. And so I'm just excited for each guest that I have on my show. But let me tell you all a little bit about alopecia, and a little bit more, put a little bit more context around the conversation that we will have tonight. So what is alopecia? Alopecia is a autoimmune disease. It's where your immune system attacks your hair follicle and causes your hair to fall out. There are 6.8 million people in the US. I think those numbers are a little off. And 147 million people worldwide. I know that there are more people than that, but like I said earlier, so many people suffer with alopecia in silence. You know, they just feel like they're the only person that's dealing with this condition and this disorder. I don't like to say disease, but alopecia is, how can I describe it? Just another way of defining it. It is traumatizing. Alopecia is like, you feel like you've been robbed. It's like, I don't know if anybody has ever had anything taken from them, stolen, but it's like a thief in the night. It comes upon you unaware. You don't know that it's coming. You know, it just grabs you and takes a part of who you are, especially as a woman. You know, alopecia is, it's a game changer. It is.
Yeah.
It's really something. But tonight, I'm just excited and honored to have my sister here, Kita. We have so much in common. I
Yes.
love it. I'm so excited to be talking to somebody that has so many things in common outside of just our alopecia. So we're gonna
Right.
have a conversation tonight, and we're just gonna talk, and we're gonna flow. We're gonna be transparent. And
Yes.
before we even get started, sis, I just want to thank you for being here tonight, and I want to thank you for sharing your story, because your story is going to touch someone else. So before we get started, how are you tonight?
Oh, I have had better days. But I'm good.
Mm,
I'm good. We've gone through a loss, my cousin, and it's been a rough 3 hours, but to God be the glory. I know he is
yes.
not suffering, and so I'm good.
Mm.
I'm good.
Well,
Yeah.
I send my condolences to you and your family. I
Yeah.
pray for comfort and peace,
Yes. Yes.
during this time of loss. And I thank you for still, stepping up and saying, Jamie, in spite
Yeah.
of what I'm going through, I'm going to share my story. And that just speaks volumes of who you are as a woman.
Yeah.
And I don't take that lightly. So thank you so much. So I want to encourage everyone to share this video, please, tonight, so we can continue to spread awareness. And I want someone else to hear my sister's story. So sis, we're going to jump right in here real quick.
Yeah.
Can you tell us, when did you notice your hair changing, or your hair shedding, or kind of falling out? Talk to us about what was going on in your life during that time.
So the very first time I noticed it, this was in 2000 when I noticed it. My scalp started to itch really bad, like it was uncontrollable, and it would just itch. But we had gone through a lot in our family, with a sudden loss of my uncle, and he was like the glue of the family. So I thought it was just stress. But then, when after the healing, my scalp still continued to itch, and then I started noticing that it was thinning out. It was like coming out in my hands, and so I started doing all these different treatments, and that it worked for a minute. And so my hair did grow back. Then fast forward, it came back out. So I had this ping pong thing with my hair for about 20 years.
Whoa,
Yeah.
sis, that's a
Just
long
just think
time.
yeah, just thinking back, because this happened in 2000 up until, you know, No, up until 2000, because I cut it all off in 2019. So yeah, 19. And so it would grow back and it would come back out. And so in 2004, I locked my hair. And I had so much hair that I could cover the little, because it was small at that time.
Okay.
I could cover it. But then it started, the space, it got bigger. And so when I decided to cut my locks off again, it had gotten bigger. And that's when I was like, okay, this is not right. So then I started covering up. I started playing the cover up, the quick weaves, the crochet braids, the wigs, anything that I could do to mask what I saw just right before my eyes going on, me losing my hair. And as a cosmetologist, that was more traumatizing to me than anything. And the way, you know, we love our hair, because I feel like as a Black woman, or just a woman, period, our hair is our crown and glory. So when I started to lose my hair, I was just like doing everything that I could to stop what was going to happen. Because after a while, you know, you trying these different concoctions. I think I was about to overdose on vitamins. After you trying all these concoctions and you see nothing happening. But one thing did happen. So I was getting the quick weaves, got the quick weave, and all my edges came out. So I made a bad situation worse, because the bald spot was just in the middle, and it had gotten bigger. So it's about that size.
Wow.
But I was still able, you know, to camouflage and cover it up. But when I took those quick weaves out, my edges from ear to ear were completely gone. And so, you know, there is a such thing as traction alopecia, because that grew back. My hair grew back from the tension and the pulling out and stocking cap and putting a wig. Oh, I was on a crash dummy mission for a few years.
I get it, sis. And we have, like I said in the beginning, we have so much in common, because us being as a hairstylist, we're able to camouflage, masquerade, and do all the different styles to where people wouldn't even think that we're trying to hide. They would think that we're just, you know, styling our hair in different styles. Did you feel like for me, I felt like I was really out of control, because here I am servicing clients, but I couldn't fix myself. Did you feel that way?
I'm gonna tell you, I felt like a fraud. I felt like, you know, I'm telling you how to help you take care of your hair and maintain your hair, and I am fighting a all-out battle on the back end with my own self. And I just started to feel like, okay, how can I tell them, you know, what to do with their hair when I don't even know what to do with my hair? I am like exhausted trying to figure it out, I don't know what was making me more tired, trying to figure out what I had going on or trying to cover it up, because I felt like a fraud. You know, I'm making everybody else's hair beautiful, but mine is coming out and it's nothing I can do about it.
I understand, sis. I do.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like you're living a lie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
I mean, you're fixing everybody else, but you cannot fix yourself. So, sis, I want to talk about what was happening to you psychologically, mentally, because I know that we get to a point to where um, we're in denial. It's hard to accept it. What was going on with you emotionally and mentally as you were seeing your hair progress on the journey?
I'm gonna go back to 2019 when everything the bottom fell out. I had a complete meltdown in my bathroom one day, getting ready for work. And the job that I had, I was not only a cosmetologist, I was a cosmetology instructor.
Ooh.
So yeah.
That's another layer.
That's another layer. So I'm in my bathroom getting ready for work. And I had gotten, I could comb it over, and, I had become like the master of camouflaging, the master of a cover up. And so I remember one day, and that's when I knew I was losing more hair, because I used to could comb it one way and I cover up the bald spots. But this particular day that I was trying to get ready for work, everywhere I combed, I saw a bald spot.
Mm.
Everywhere I combed, I saw a bald spot. And I just broke down. I had to call my supervisor and let her know I was going to be late. So what I did, I had some hats, because I used to like to wear hats even before I started going through my hair loss. I had a hat. I put that hat on and I said, I got to go to work like this today. So I dressed up the hat and, my attire as best I could and pulled myself together, because I was a complete mess.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's you add the
Yeah.
layer, like you said, being
Yeah.
a not only a hairstylist but an instructor.
Yeah.
So you have to double. I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't imagine that. So you said it started off at the top,
Mm-hmm.
and your bald spots started spreading. I said
Yes.
my way to describe it was I felt like I was playing tag in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Did you feel that way too? Because
I did. And like the center part,
mm-hmm.
that's like the queen bee. And she tells all the worker bees to fall out. But
Woo!
that's the queen bee in the top. And so she say, you go here, come out. You go here, you come out. And so that's what it was, because what I had started doing before I just completely cut it all off, I would wear it low, because I was still trying to hold on to a sense of having my hair.
Yes.
So I would wear it low and I would color it blonde and just trying to hold on, just holding on. But then the queen bee said, I need a patch right here. So then I end up with a patch over here. And so I was like, okay, we just gonna cut. So one day I had colored it blonde. It was beautiful, but then I saw it was like connect the dots. I could see my scalp in so many different places that I had never saw it.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so yeah, that's the boss right there. She's the boss in the middle.
Ooh, the queen bee. I ain't
The
never heard
queen
of
bee.
it like that. That's that's kind of deep. I wanna kind of break down the different types of alopecia for our listeners, and then I want to
Mm-hmm.
know kind of how how you gradually progressed on your journey. So, like you said,
Okay.
there's traction alopecia. That's from braiding the hair too tight or
Mm-hmm.
ponytails. Then there's
Yeah.
alopecia areata, where
Mm-hmm.
you start off with bald spots. Mine started off in the nape of my neck. Some men will get bald spots in their beard or your
Mm-hmm.
eyebrows. Then there's alopecia totalis, where you can just basically lose the hair on your head.
Right.
Then there's alopecia universalis, where you can lose
Mm-hmm.
all body hair. I mean, just
Yeah.
everything. And for me, I started with the Areata, then it
Mm-hmm.
started progressing. And I remember going to bed one night, waking up the next morning, and my eyebrows were gone,
Oh wow.
totally gone. Then my eyelashes, but I'm wearing accessories because we can
I,
accessorize with the
oh
eyelashes.
yes, girl.
Okay, don't play.
Yes. Yes.
Then from my eyelashes, I lost my nose hairs. So I
Oh.
my nose runs a lot. I have tissue
Mm-hmm.
with me at all times. I sniff and all that. Then
Mm-hmm.
recently, within the last few months, I noticed that when the wind is really blowing, especially at
Mm-hmm.
night, because I have a fan on because I'm going through my little menopause, I've lost my hair in my ears.
Oh wow.
So I mean, I'm just noticing just everything just like kind of disappearing on me.
Yeah.
Like I like to say it felt like somebody took an eraser
Mm.
just started erasing the hair off of my
Yeah.
head. So what type of alopecia do you have now? Have you kind of just stayed in one place, or has it progressed?
Well, for me, I had all the to me, I had all the symptoms and the telltale signs of alopecia areata.
Okay.
So after my doctor did his blood work and didn't find anything, Then he referred me to the dermatologist. They did their blood work and didn't find anything. Then he
Really?
scheduled a biopsy. And
Mm.
so and I didn't even know I was getting a biopsy. Everybody was like, well, why you didn't tell me you was having a biopsy? I walked in to get some test results. And that's what I walked out with, a bandage on the back of my head. He scheduled a biopsy. They did the biopsy. He sent sent everything out. 2 weeks later, I went back and he told me, and so I had my spiel of, I don't want to do the injections because I've heard the injections, they cause migraines. I've heard they can trigger seizures. So I had my whole spiel ready for him, only for him to shut me down and tell me that I had an unspecified case of alopecia. He could not give me anything else. And so he did offer to refer me to a dermatologist that just completely specialized in hair in Charlotte. But at that point, I was like, okay, I don't want any more blood work. I definitely don't want another biopsy. I'm making peace at where I am now. So whatever type alopecia I have, I know that I'm just going to be bald and beautiful, period. Yeah.
Wow. Sis, that's
Yeah.
good, because when I think about my journey and then the ladies that I talk with and coach, that's the hardest thing, is that acceptance,
Yeah.
accepting what you have. Um, because you're almost, it's like your hands are tied
Yeah, they
and
are.
you're losing
And
your hair.
I'll rewind back. My I so I cut my hair off one day. I got tired of the wig. One day I was in the salon and I had one of those wacky way back moments. And I just cut it all off and put the wig back on because I couldn't believe that I had done such a drastic thing, like I had lost my mind. So I had a conversation with my daughters, and then I had a conversation with my son. He was not okay with it. And that morning that I woke up, God dealt with me because my mom has a baby sister that has battled breast cancer twice.
Okay.
And God dealt with me. And it's like, just like you and I are talking, that's how he spoke to me. And he said, there are women losing their hair, fighting for their lives. You're losing your hair and you're perfectly fine.
That's good.
And that was it.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? Whatever answer I get. So when I went back to the doctor, I had already made up in my mind, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm just going to invest in some more eyelashes.
Okay.
Keep me a good eyebrow pencil on deck. Some more hats, some more scarves to do me some wraps. And this is what it's going to be. This is my new normal. Because I just refuse to hide behind anything else. Because at the end of the day, I am still fearfully and wonderfully made. I just don't have any hair to, my bang to whip out my face or anything.
That's deep, sis.
Yeah.
Because like you said, it could always be worse. There's people that have life diseases, fighting cancer, but it's
Yes.
just our hair, and for you to be able to get to a point of peace and God speaking to you, that's amazing. And I pray that someone that is listening to your story tonight understand that key thing, that it could be worse.
Yes.
It could be worse.
It could
But
be
it's just
worse.
alopecia. It's not something that's life or death. It's not going to kill us.
It's not a death sentence. It is not a death sentence. And I'm telling you, and it's crazy that I say this, but I always look at this. It was good that I was afflicted, because had I not gone through this, I would not have met so many phenomenal people. What God has allowed me to go through. Because like I tell people, if God wanted me to grow my hair back, please believe me, it will grow back in an instant. But I have a voice And I had this, why me, but why not me? Somebody has to go through it. And somebody has to go through it that is not ashamed, afraid. No. And so that's where God has me. And so that's why I want to use my voice to help as many women, as many children as I can touch, because it's so many. And the reason why there is not a lot of recorded cases of alopecia, because you have more hiding than there are that's exposing what they have going on.
That's it, sis. That's it. Yeah. That's it. That is it. That is so, so true. And I think the reason why so many women hide is because we let society, we let the videos, we let music, magazines, all of that tell us what beauty looks like.
Right. When we should tell them what beauty looks like. No, we should tell beauty what beauty looks like. This is beauty. This is beauty. And I said, you know, it's so sad, because so many times I walk in the store and I have these people looking at me like they feel sorry for me. Please don't feel sorry for me, because nothing is wrong with me. I'm going to say I feel sorry for you for that bad wig you got on your head. That's what we're going to say. I don't need you to feel sorry for me. Because
I know.
I'm perfectly fine.
I know that's right. I know that's right. Sis, I want to talk to you about support. What a support system looks like. And you brought up the reaction and response of your children.
Yes.
I know for me, I felt like I was in a prison. I was a prisoner in my own home because I was hiding from my daughter. I couldn't even sleep at night because I would have my scarf on and I'm like, I pray that she doesn't come in my room. She was little at the time. She doesn't come in my room because I didn't want her to see me bald. I hadn't talked to her. I hadn't showed her anything. And so I literally caused more stress on myself because I didn't tell anybody, let alone my daughter. So can you talk to me? How did you eventually explain to your son, because it sounds like your daughters were okay. How did you eventually explain to your son what alopecia was and how this was something that was totally out of your control? Talk to us about that.
For him, I broke it down. I said, because he loves boxing, I said, a fight has broke out between my scalp, my hair, and my immune system.
Oh, that's good.
And my immune system is whooping my scalp. And it has beat it to the point where it has caused my hair to fall out. And I said, I am ready to take these wigs off. And he said, well, if somebody say something about your bald head, they're going to catch these. And I guess he wanted them to catch them hands. I said, no, sir, nobody's catching hands. I said, because you know that you have a good mama. You know your mama ride for you. And I said, so at the end of the day, understand this. When I had a head full of hair, people talked about me. So now that I don't have hair, people still gonna talk about me, but guess what? I'm okay with it. I need you to be okay with it. And so he looked at me with this real stern look. He said, so you okay with it? I said, yes, I am. He said, well, if you okay with it, I'm okay with it.
That's beautiful. I love that analogy.
And it was as simple. And it was as simple as that. I was so scared. I was scared for no reason. I was nervous for no reason. And it's so funny. My grandson just tonight, he said, Gigi, your hair's so pretty. I said, Harlem, Gigi don't have hair. Yes, you do. It's wound. I said, okay, he's talking about my scalp. I told my daughter, I said, he's talking about my scalp. She said, Mama, I don't think Harlem knows that you don't have hair. I said, either he don't know or he don't care.
He probably don't care.
He don't care.
I love that. I love that.
So yeah, my mom, she just one of those hardcore, no nonsense type women. And so I think I've pulled a lot of strength from her just over the years growing up. And she said, it's just hair. Hair don't make you. And I struggled with that at first because I was like, okay, yeah, it's just hair because you have your hair. It's not just hair to somebody that is losing their hair. It's not.
Exactly.
It's not.
Mm, that's so true. Because it's out of our control.
It's
I
out
mean,
of
when
our
you have a
control.
choice, you know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? Having a
Yes.
choice and not having a choice is totally different. Like some
Totally
people say,
different.
you don't have to worry about the hair on your legs. I wish I had that problem. No, you don't wish
No,
you don't wish you had
no.
that problem.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Because
You
with
don't wish
that
you had that
problem,
problem.
yeah, you don't. Because with that problem, there is another problem. Because, as a woman, no woman that I know wants to be bald. No.
No, no, no.
Mm-mm.
We don't want to be bald, and we don't understand what the purpose is or how important something is until you lost it. Because when I
So
think
you
about
lost it.
um the hair loss with my nose,
Mm-hmm.
I can smell really well. My nose runs.
Right.
The lint goes in my, nose. I mean, just all kinds of stuff. And then with not having eyelashes, lint, dust, all of
Mm-hmm.
that. And I think
Yeah.
that people don't understand what it's like to walk in our shoes.
They don't understand. But something I used to tell myself a lot. Um, you don't ever know how strong you are until you have to be.
Mm,
You
true.
don't ever know.
Mm,
Because I think, going through this journey, I have pulled strength out of myself that I didn't even know I had.
ain't that something?
It is. It
Mm.
is.
So to all of our listeners, our listening audience, that's something I want you guys to take away. What my
Yeah.
sis said, Kita, sometimes you don't know how strong you are. You really don't know how strong you are until
Mm-mm.
something happens. I mean, we are stronger than what we would think than what we think we are.
Yes, we
We
definitely are.
really, really, really are.
We are really, we powerhouses.
Yes, we are. We are.
Yeah.
So sis, what has and it may not, you may not be able to answer this question, but have you had a struggle? What has been one of your most challenging things that you've had to deal with on your alopecia journey?
Really, people just asking dumb questions. The stares. I mean, ask me. Stop looking at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an open book. I was in the grocery store, it was a while ago, and the man, he said, "Bless your heart." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, here we go with a dumb cancer question. Um, you must have had a really hard year. And I'm looking at him. He said, with the cancer. I said, who had cancer? I said, I don't have cancer. I said, I have alopecia. Well, what's that? I said, oh, well, let me tell you. And that gives me that avenue to have a conversation, to educate somebody, because a lot of times people make an assumption before they even ask a question. And if they
Yes.
would just ask the question, they wouldn't assume. And those first three letters of assume make a assumption out of themselves.
Yes.
And so, that's my biggest thing. Outside of, I was dealing with some razor bumps, but other than that, it's just the dumb questions. Do you have the C word? Why, yes, I have the C word. I am cute, cuddly, and confident.
Come on,
Yeah,
somebody. Say
yeah,
it again,
yeah.
sis.
Yes, I have the C word. I am cute, confident, and cuddly. For sure. For sure.
Come on. Come on. Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love
Um,
I love that. Yes, I do. I do. Something else that I find that's one of the main topics that we as women talk about is dating.
oh,
We all want to know, girl, I know. We all want to know, will I ever be loved? Will someone be attracted to me? Um, all of that. Because I've been through that. I've been
yeah.
through waiting 6 months to tell the guy. Well, not waiting 6 months to tell him, telling him in the beginning, but showing him. I took 6 months before I showed him
Mm-hmm.
um, my hair loss, and it turned out to be just fine. So let's talk about dating. Are you dating? And if you are, or aren't, what has that been like for you? Talk to us about that, because that's the elephant in the room.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the big elephant in the room. Well, I have a new friend. And we're building a foundation.
Okay.
But when I tell you, he is so amazing. He told me, he said, I didn't think anything was wrong as far as you having alopecia or anything. He said, I just thought that was just, you wanted to be unique and just rock your bald head. And
Yes.
so I told him, I said, no, I have alopecia. And he said, you just look so beautiful. He makes me feel like I'm the most beautiful woman in the room.
Well, that's right.
And,
You are.
going back, my ex, he said he didn't have a problem with it, but your words and your actions, if they're not lining up, I'm going
Hmm.
to believe your actions.
Yes.
And it just became a point where he would come over late at night.
Hmm.
We stopped going on dates. We stopped doing things. And I just felt, and I told him one day, I said, I feel like you don't want to be seen with me with my bald head. Oh, you crazy. You crazy. I said, no. I said, when I have a feeling, my gut instinct does not steer me wrong. And that's how I feel.
Mm.
And then I had another guy friend. We were just friends, but we would conversate. He said, "You ain't never thought about changing it up? What you mean change it up? You mean put on a wig or wear a weave? I'm over that."
Okay.
When God freed me on June 1st, 2019,
Come on,
in my
somebody.
friend's barber shop, I'm
Mm.
free. I don't I and it what was crazy, I bought a wig and the wig is still in my closet. I really need to donate it or give it to somebody because I have no desire for it. And if God would have this friendship blossom into a relationship and possibly blossom into a marriage, he is perfectly fine with my bald head. So I don't need no wigs.
I, honey, I know that's right. That's beautiful. I love to hear
Yeah.
those stories, because that's the elephant in the room all the
Yeah.
time. That's what women always want to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And I also want to add to that, there are still women that wear wigs. They choose to wear wigs, but I don't call them
Mm-hmm.
wigs. I call them accessories.
Uh-huh.
But I want to say to you, it does not mean that if you wear a wig that you're not free and you're not healed. Okay?
Right.
Because freedom and healing looks different on everybody.
Everybody.
Okay.
Yes.
So if you
Yes.
choose to rock your accessories, your wigs, you go ahead and rock
Mhm.
it in confidence. It does not matter.
Absolutely.
You don't have to shave off your head or walk out in public with a bald head to feel like you're free. If you're free
Right.
wearing a wig, then you rock your freedom. I just have to
Rock
say
it.
that to people, because I don't want.
Yeah.
I hear people talk about that, people passing judgment, but there's this is the judgment free zone. If you want to
Right.
wear a wig, wear a wig. You just be
Yes.
free, and you be
Free.
healed, and you be
Yeah.
whole. That's
Free to
what we
be who you, yeah, free
exactly.
free to be who you are. Now for
Yes.
me, I love head wraps now. I love to wrap my head. That's just something for me. As far as an accessory,
Hmm.
once I freed myself, because I was a prisoner to that.
Me
I
too.
was in bondage. I had gotten so crazy with wearing wigs, I would wrap my wig up with a scarf. Like that was
Mm.
my hair instead of just taking it off and sitting it on the dresser. So that's why I say when I was freed because I had truly become a prisoner inside of myself, trying to live a complete lie
Mhm.
and hold on to that little bit of control that I thought I still had. But I didn't have control. Everything else had control around me.
That's good. That's good,
Yeah.
sis. You just
Yeah.
made me think about when I chose not to
Mm-hmm.
wear a wig anymore. That was back in 2009.
Mm-hmm.
And something just happened. It was like I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't put it on no more. I
Mm-hmm.
felt weighed down. I just
Mm-hmm.
I could not stand it. Like now I can't stand having a wig on my head. And so
Mm-mm.
when you get to that point and you
Yeah.
decide, because everything is a choice, when you decide, it just feels good. It's you feel good in your soul. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I can't
Yes.
even I can't explain it.
Yes.
It's just
Because what happened for me, I went to my friend's barber shop.
mm,
And so when I walked in the barber shop, there were men, women with their children. The barber shop was full. And I was like, oh my God, I'm here now. Not knowing that he only had two people ahead of me.
wow.
So once he got finished with those two people, because I walked in with my wig on. And he kept saying, what are you doing here? Why are you here? I said, well, you'll see in a minute. You'll see in a minute.
Mm,
When he called my name and I went up there, he said, what I'm doing? I took that wig off and I said, I need you to fix this. I took the wig and put it in my purse. And that's where it resided until I got home and I found a new home in the trash for it.
woo, mm.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep, sis.
Yeah.
Wow. I
So
love that.
I celebrate June 1st. That will be my anniversary for my freedom. That's my body anniversary. That's when I completely freed myself because I had that moment of delirium when I cut all my hair off and then stuck the wig back on. That wasn't freeing myself because I was still holding on with dear life. But when I let go that day, I let go and I let God and I have not looked back.
That's good. That's good.
No.
I'm looking at a comment
Mm.
from one of our guests, and it has hit me real hard, and I want us to unpack this. She makes
Okay.
a comment that she is mad at
Oh,
alopecia,
yeah.
mad at
Me
alopecia,
too.
and I understand what she's saying, but
Yes.
for me on my journey, and I want her to hear my heart, and I want you to piggyback on some words after I finish with what I'm going to share with her.
Okay.
I realized on my journey that I had to face Jamie in the mirror. And
Mm-hmm.
what I mean by that, I had to face my truth. I had to
Yes.
face some things that I was holding on to in the past.
Mm-hmm.
God had to show me who I was. I had to deal
Mm-hmm.
with my low self-esteem. I had to deal with my rape. I had to deal with my molestation. I had to deal with the anger. I had to deal with so many things. So when God healed me of those different areas in my life that I was angry about, mad at, and didn't want to face, when I got healed in those areas, I was
Mm-hmm.
able to face the new me. I was
Mm-hmm.
able to be free without the hair. You know, I
Right.
couldn't masquerade anymore with the wigs and the weaves and all the different hairstyles before the
Yeah.
alopecia and all that. I had to deal and I had to get my healing. So once
Mm-hmm.
God healed me in those areas,
Mm-hmm.
I was no longer angry at the
Mm-hmm.
alopecia or what I thought was holding me back or the bondage that I thought I was in. I had to
Mm-hmm.
get healed. So I want to encourage my sister to dig a little deeper
Yeah.
and to be honest with herself with what's going on in her life so then she can love who she is up under the wig. So you can please just piggyback off of that and let's talk unpack that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Mm,
Absolutely. I just had to come to a place either I was going to be a victor or I was going to be a victim. And
mm-hmm,
I chose to be that victor because at the end of the day, we are masterpieces. When God created us, he looked at us and said, this is good. He
yes.
don't make mistakes and he doesn't make junk. And the fact that we are going through this journey, a lot of times we go through things and it's not even for us. It's for us to help free somebody else because God is no respecter of person. And so if he can free you from it, I know he can free me from it. And that's the mind frame that we have to adopt and take on. I hold dearly to that scripture. I am fearfully and I am wonderfully made. because God took his time to create in me a masterpiece.
Yes.
And the fact that hair loss came along and reared its ugly head, that still does not take away from the beauty that God has planted in us. And a lot of times people want to see your true heart versus what's on the outside, because you have people that can buy bundles, you have people that can wear accessories, but their heart is never in a good place. Yes. And so when your heart is in a good place, but first you have to fall in love with you. That's the thing that you have to, and we have to stop talking crazy to ourselves when we look in the mirror. And we have to look in the mirror. And even if you don't feel like you're beautiful, you look in the mirror and you say, hey, beautiful, let's make this day.
Yes.
You are amazing. You are wonderful. We have to be, that I am, that is real. And you have to speak life into yourself and not allow the outside forces, because a lot of times we adopt outside forces' issues, and they have issues of their own. And so then you pick up their issues on top of your issues. You are creating a plethora of mess. Give them back their issues, and you take on what is going on solely with you, and watch God turn that situation around. Watch him turn it around. It's okay to be mad at alopecia, because I'm sure it's a lot of us out here that are. But turn that pain into praise.
Yes. 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 That is so good. And I want to also add to that we have to feel before we heal. So if you're angry, it's okay. Feel that anger. If you're disappointed, feel that. We have to feel before we heal. Just like when we go to a doctor's appointment and we go to a doctor's office, the first thing he want to know is why you here and what's hurting you. Where's it at? What's hurting you? So before he can give you a prescription or any advice or suggestions, he wants to know, where is the pain? Where is it at? Where you're hurting. So tonight, if part of your pain and your hurt is the alopecia, know that you can be healed. Okay. If part of your pain is low self-esteem, or not realizing who you are, how fearful and wonderful made you are, and how beautiful you are, and all of that, feel that.
Yes.
So it can get healed.
Yes.
You gotta feel before you heal. Go ahead.
Yeah, because anything covered up cannot be healed.
Yes.
You expose that thing.
Yes.
Expose it, and then get healed from it and move on.
Yes.
Because what's in front of you is so much bigger than what's behind you. This alopecia, right now it's not going anywhere. So, you have to make a choice. Am I going to be a victim of this, or am I going to be a victor? Because still at the end of the day, I am still that masterpiece that God created me to be.
Yes. Yes, sis. That is so good. And you mentioned something a few minutes ago. You were talking about our self-talk.
Yes.
What are you saying to yourself every day? And I think we don't realize that the most important conversation that we have and that we hear is a conversation that we have with ourselves. So what are you saying to yourself? How are you responding? You know what I'm saying? To yourself. So self-talk is so important.
Yes. I'm telling you, I really want me one of those handheld mirrors that I can keep in my car or keep in my purse. Because sometimes I just feel like having a conversation with the beautiful woman in the mirror. Like, hey, girl, hey, you bad today, thank you. That's how I feel. Or sometimes when I do a new little beat on my face, I'm like, yes, girl, come on through. You did that. And so, I love talking to myself.
Yes.
Because I am my biggest and best cheerleader. Yes. Nobody is going to be able to pump me up like I can pump myself up.
That's right. Yes.
And you have to. Because if you don't pump yourself up, you will let these outside forces tear you completely down, because they're going to put on you what's going on in them and what they think. And what they think, that's your opinion. I'm gonna
Yes.
give you I'm gonna give you my fact. I am
Yes.
fearfully and wonderfully made.
I
I am
know.
God's masterpiece. And this is a fact that I can go to the Bible and find.
I
Your
am.
opinion, I don't even know if you can find that one. But these facts, they written in black and white, and black and white don't lie.
Yes. Life and death is in the power of the tongue.
Power of tongue. Yes.
Life and death. So speak life to yourself.
Yes.
Speak life
Speak
to
life.
yourself. Sis, I want you
Absolutely.
to, if there is a woman out there right now suffering in silence with alopecia, feeling like giving up, what words of encouragement would you give to her on tonight?
I would say there is no love like self-love. You have got to love yourself, and you've got to love yourself past your pain. I say this, and this has been my truth to myself. I have alopecia, but alopecia does not have me. Alopecia cannot stop me. Alopecia will not define me. And I'm going to continue on, even with alopecia, because at the end of the day, I have been created for a purpose,
Yes.
with a purpose, and God is going to see me through this purpose. And hair loss is not going to hinder my purpose. I was placed on this earth for a reason. And just because I've gone through a stint of hair loss does not make me a lesser person. Love yourself enough to say, I am beautiful, whether I have hair on my head or whether I don't have hair on my head. God does not create mess.
Okay.
Our mess can become a message, but God does not create mess. We are masterpieces. And you have first got to see yourself as a masterpiece. Forget what somebody else said. Forget, because people will, cause hurt people hurt other people.
Yes.
So they will spew their pain on you to inflict more hurt when you're already dealing with some hurt. But you hold on to the fact that God is for me and God is with me. God is for me and God is with me.
Yes. Yes. I want y'all to drop in the comment section, I am a masterpiece. I just want y'all to drop in the comment section. Give us a positive word, a positive quote. Let's drop that in the comment section. Let's go. Let me see y'all dropping words of life. Okay. Positive words in the comment section. I want y'all to just drop them in the comment section. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I want to see. And as we're waiting on people to drop words and stuff in the comment section, I just want to kind of steer us a little away a little bit and talk about our Barbie campaign.
Yes, I
want to talk about
I love it.
Our Barbie campaign. But before we even get started, I want to say thank you to you and to so many other women, so many other alopecia aunties around the world that have donated by sending Barbie dolls to us, by sending us money. If it wasn't for you, Keita, and for our alopecia community coming together, our babies would not be receiving these. We have shipped close to 50. I can't even believe this. We have shipped close to 50 Barbie dolls around the world. Okay. I mean, literally. Well, look at yours. Let me see yours. Oh,
so you know, I had to be extra. I didn't order sis some clothes.
Where you get the clothes from? What?
I got her from Target. And then I went on Amazon and ordered her some clothes. My mama just shook her head. You know, I had to be extra.
Well, let me see. She got some red pants.
Yes, some red bell bottoms. And girl, then she got on, you see her heels?
Yes. What? What?
Yes. So look, we're gonna be on another mission in a few more months. We're gonna change some clothes.
Yes, We are. That is amazing. Now, sis, talk to me. How do you think a Barbie will positively impact a little girl and or a woman?
Because
What's about that?
Barbie is the girl. So when you see a Barbie that looks like you, it don't get no better than that. That is like a self-esteem booster that takes you through the roof, because not only am I going through alopecia, my girl Barbie going through alopecia. I'm not alone in this. And you know, children love to play. Because I'm gonna tell you what was so funny. When I bought my baby, the lady, she looked at her, she looked at her again. I'm thinking to myself, please don't say nothing crazy. Just scan my baby and put her in the bag so I can pay for it and we can have a peaceful night, me and you both. Cause when I got to Target, the Barbies were in the back. No, we don't know. We're not gonna sit in the back. Nobody put baby in the corner. Baby gonna be in the front with the rest of the Barbies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. These have been amazing, because the average little girl, and I don't know what everybody will find out now, the average little girl that have received these Barbies have been between the ages of 4 and 8 years old.
Oh, wow.
4 and 8 years old. And that's deep.
Yes.
That's deep to me. That's a young age. I can't even imagine being a little girl with alopecia. I can't imagine the smiles that we have been seeing on Facebook, the notes that I've been getting, the moms sending me videos.
They light up when I see your story, honey. One day I just cried. I said, okay, I done turned into a bucket of water. But it's a blessing to see these babies in the smile and the glow on their little faces when they're looking at somebody that look like them. And they're looking at someone that looks like them and know that they are not alone. They are not alone in their journey.
Oh, I gotta make this announcement. My girlfriend, Darlene Phillips, she just shipped 4 dolls to Central America, South Carolina, Canada, and Nicaragua.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Come on, y'all.
Come on.
Don't play. We are shipping, and I sent to South Africa, Colombia. I can't even remember the other places. I gotta look at my receipts, but they're going all over the world. They're going all over the world. So I'm just excited, and I'm excited because I spoke with my board members for my nonprofit Alopecia support group, and I was telling them about the dolls. And so this is something that we want to continue, and we definitely want to pick it up for the month of September for Alopecia Awareness Month. So this is something that we're going to continue, and we're going to reach out to the company and see if I can get these dolls at a discounted rate under the nonprofit. Just imagine if they can send us like wholesale, and we can send these all over the world. So we're working on that.
I tell you what, we gonna make it happen.
Yes. We're gonna make it happen. I just love her. And I guess I'm just gonna call her Jamie. I was trying to think of a name.
I named her Sapphire.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that, Sapphire. I think I want a better name. No, I'm gonna call her Rochelle. That's my middle name. Rochelle. Yep, I'm gonna call her Rochelle. This is
because they have some beautiful roses. So that Rochelle, we just gonna Rochelle. Yeah, that's it right there.
I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm so excited about all the things that are happening and going on. I want to encourage everybody to go to the Bald Life website, baldlifemagazine.com, and purchase a magazine. If you guys have not purchased a magazine, please go and purchase a magazine. We also have our own t-shirts, Bald Balls t-shirts, and all of that. We have some other alopecia t-shirts on the website, and just keep supporting us so we can just be the next essence. Why can't we be the next essence?
And you can.
And we will.
And you will. Exactly.
We will. So I'm
because
just
guess what?
excited.
You're making history.
Yes. And everybody
Yeah.
that is a part of the magazine is helping me make history. It is a team effort. We have
Mm-hmm.
amazing writers from all over the world. We have a writer from Colombia, uh, Spain, the UK. We have writers from all over, which has totally blown my mind. I mean, I have close to 20 writers
Oh, wow.
on my team,
That's
and that's
amazing.
amazing. That is
Yes.
amazing, and I'm just grateful for them for being on the team. And so, guys, please go to our website, follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and yeah, just join the movement.
Yes. Join the
Join the
movement.
movement. Now, sis, do you
Yeah.
have any closing remarks that you would like to say before we wrap it up?
Um, I don't, other than, love yourself despite how you feel, because a lot of times your feelings will lie to you. Love yourself. Love yourself past your pain. And when you begin to love yourself, because the way you think, what you think will come out of your mouth.
Mm.
So you have to train your mind to say, I am amazing. Even if you don't feel amazing, I am amazing, because eventually I'm amazing is going to come out of your mouth. But when we have those woe is me parties, because I'm going to tell you, a pity party, when you have a pity party, you're going to invite depression.
Yes.
You're going to invite so many other unwanted guests. So
Mm.
don't even have one.
Mm.
Have a party of victory. And even if you don't completely see yourself victorious, keep thinking on victory. Keep thinking on, I love myself.
Yes.
And you have to sometimes be selfish with your space. Everybody can't have your attention in your space, because all it takes is one negative word to take you all the way back to where you had fought so hard to come from.
Mm.
So love yourself enough to cut toxic people off, cut toxic thinking off, and move forward in your new walk, because you have alopecia, but alopecia don't have you. And you were born a winner. Your DNA speaks volume, because you are a true masterpiece created by the best. So
Yes.
it's winning already in your DNA. Just activate it.
We winning over here.
Just activate it.
Yes, sis. I love that. I
Yes.
love that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. I want everybody who can, no pressure, but I want everybody who can to go to our website and get you an alopecia auntie t-shirt. So we can
Yes.
start posting those. It's so cute. There's a couple of different styles as far
Okay.
as the fonts and stuff. So I want you guys to go to our website and get your
Okay.
alopecia auntie t-shirt, get you a ball balls t-shirt, send them to me so then I can post us and get our Instagram account up, because we got to make our mark. We got to
Yes.
change the conversation
Yeah.
when it comes to beauty, what it looks
Mm-hmm.
like, and
Yeah.
I mean it's going to take all of us collectively to
Mm-hmm.
make a difference in this
Yes.
world. So I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please continue to share the video, purchase a magazine, purchase a T-shirt, and I think we only have one doll left so
Oh
far.
wow. Oh
I think we
wow.
only have one dollar left so far. But I will
Oh
be
wow.
making another announcement to talk about, what we're going to do moving forward for
Okay.
the Barbie campaign. Yeah,
Okay.
it's simply amazing.
Yes.
So, sis, thank you for joining us tonight.
Oh, you are most welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
I
so
needed
much.
this. I needed this.
It was simply amazing, and I want to thank
It
all of
was.
our guests for joining us
Yes.
as well. And if
Yes.
you are listening to us and you have alopecia or you have some type of hair loss condition and you want to be a guest, reach out to me, because we are booked out months in advance. But let's get you on the
Mm-hmm.
calendar so we can
Yes.
hear your story. We want to
Mm-hmm.
hear your story. This is a safe
Yes.
space for you. So you guys have a good night. We're going to sign off. And sis, I will be seeing you in Facebook land.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
In Facebook
Absolutely.
land, and we'll stay connected. And thank you
Oh
again
yeah.
for sharing
Definitely.
your time with us on tonight. So
Oh,
we're going to say good night,
all right. Good
everyone.
night.
Thanks,
Good night.
everybody.
Be blessed.
Bye, everybody. Have a good one.